Hi.
We are.
What I was really interested in learning about today was the subject of time. And if it's like a law like gravity or physics, or if it's something we shape.
The reason that you chose a dimension of time and space is so that you could focus, so that you could have some sense of causation. Since you are a creator, if you can put it together, what makes what happen, and without those parameters, it's not the same, is it? So it's about focus. Timing is our favorite subject because timing is what we've been talking about all day here today. Timing is about, I've presented myself to the field of attraction with this feeling, with this vibrational presence, and instantaneously the universe is going to reflect back to me in perfect timing what I've got going on. And what a gift that is to you, because it lets you know where you're at. When Kate was little, in this great big building in Texas, it's where the Abraham Hicks Publications is, Jerry and Esther and Kate played a game where Kate would hide this little thing, and Jerry and Esther would find it. And Kate would give them clues. You're getting warmer. You're getting warmer. You're getting colder. And she would always lead them right to it. Jerry really played the game with a lot of fun with her because he'd have a sense the direction that it was. And then he'd go the other direction. And she'd just get louder and louder. Colder! Colder! And the more he wouldn't go, colder, I said colder. And so that's what your emotions are doing. The stronger the negative emotion is, the further away you are from what you want. But there's another piece to this that I really want you to hear. The further away you get from what you want, the bigger what you want is in the room. Because the more you focus on that end of the stick, the bigger this end of the stick gets. And that's why people get more and more and more agitated, more and more and more mean or uncomfortable, is because they keep doing the opposite of what they want, which makes what they want show up, which makes their inner being focus upon what they want. Sometimes Esther would say, Abraham, stop focusing on what I want until you know I'm on the right wavelength, because it's miserable. Have you ever said, I wish I didn't know I wanted that? I was happier before I wanted that, because I want something and I don't believe I can have it, and now I'm miserable. Well, that's what we're talking about. And timing is about finding the feeling place of it and sustaining it for at least 68 seconds. Now, we used to talk about 17 seconds. So people were timing themselves, and all they were doing is speaking words that they didn't feel. Do you know what the way to get to what you want in quicker timing? Do you know what a surefire way to get to what you want is? Find the feeling place that you think you will feel, and then focus on something that feels like that you've already got. An easy existing match. Find the feeling place of the absence of this new thing you're asking for, and then realize what it feels like not to have it, which helps you realize maybe what it might feel like if you did have it. And when it starts to shift a little bit, stay with it and stay with it and stay with it until you're pretty darn sure that you found the feeling of what you're looking for, that you got on that end of the stick. And then when you're there, notice how you don't even have to do it. Your inner being will remind you of everything you're already living that's just like that. And when you do that, so that you're walking around feeling blessed, feeling clear, feeling clarity, feeling sure, feeling confident, because you were wise enough to focus on the things that it was easy to find that, before you know it, you're just going to feel invincible.
I've been feeling pretty invincible.
Yeah.
And really good often. And it's almost like, oh, that's a cool idea, and that's a cool idea, and that's a cool idea. And I'm
So what's your question? What's your question about timing?
I think it's a time and overwhelm and like the doing
That's
part.
a contradiction to what you just said.
I know it flips that fast because I'll be like, oh, and then it's like I'm losing it or I'm forgetting it or I'm not going to be able to get to it.
That's because you're just getting used to this understanding and used to the application of what you know about it. We always say start with easy things. Start with easy things that you're not all wadded up about until you sort of get the hang of, hey, when I focus on it and I'm not demanding or upset or worried about it. But this is maybe the first word we ever said out loud to a group. Maybe. We say that often. Most people offer most of their vibration. In other words, updating it to today. Most people enter the field of attraction based upon what they've been observing, wanted or unwanted. And we love you so much, physical world that you live in. Most people that are trying to get you to do something are trying to scare you into it, worry you into it. You can't watch television without knowing that you're dying of something. They're just all sure that you are. You need that method and you need that screening and you need that medicine. And ask your doctor, they keep saying. Ask your doctor. And Esther says, I don't have a doctor. I don't want a doctor worrying about me all the time. But your television tunes you to what you don't want because your television tunes you to what's going on. And most of it is to try to motivate you to do something different because you don't want what they're selling. And so most people are offering most of their vibration in response to what they are observing. And most of what they are observing is somebody's problem. That's why our friend, he's the clarifier of chaos. Couldn't you all sort of relate to that? Your phone rings. Oh, what now? What now? Oh, what now? And then you see who it is and you go, oh, what now? Don't you have expectations? And isn't what's happening in your world a big part of your expectations? What if you turned off the television? And what if you set your phone down for a minute? And what if you got off to yourself where people weren't demanding stuff of you? And what if you just took a little bit of time to clarify how you want to feel in your day? Free and frisky and fun and like I have a good point of attraction and up for it and clever and ready and wise and caring and eager. You could pick any of those things and remember the last time you felt that way and just focus on that last thing that happened that felt that way until it happens within you again, and then just stay there and then watch what the law of attraction does in response to what you got going deliberately, and show yourself that you can present a vibration to the universe and that the universe will deliver the goods.